Hello again and welcome back here. All right, I think now we can start with the windows and after that we can jump to the interior. So let's start with this window. I will select the structure and I will tap to go to the edit mode and I will hit alt click on this edge loop so I can select it. Make sure to hit number 2 to active edge selection mode and hold shift to add this edge as well, and I will take a copy of this. Just hit P and then S to separate this selection. And now just tab out of the structure and select this new line that we just created. And tab to the edit mode. And you can hit number 1 to control the vertices. Hit A to select everything. And then hit F to fill this with the face. Alright, after that, I will hit I to create small inset. Something like that. It's 7 centimeter. You can, let's type 7 here. Or maybe we can type 5. I guess 5 will be cool. And I will separate this face as well. Just hit P and then S. Tab out. And now I will select this small strap that we got right here. And then I will tap to the edit mode. And I will give this a thickness. So first, let's move this to the middle, maybe right here, and I will hit E to extrude this. But before you hit E, just go to the overlays and active face orientation so we can understand on which face we should extrude this. If you extrude this on the wrong face, the result will be red. But if you extrude this on the correct direction, the color will be the same. So that's mean I should extrude this on this direction, something like that. And if you want to put this in the middle, hit A, select everything, and move the whole frame to the x-axis. Hit G to the x. And let's move this and let's put this in the middle. Something like that, I guess. Yeah, that's very cool. All right, tab out and now let's jump to this and let's see what else we can do here. Tab and I will select this vertex with this vertex and I will hit J to create a connection between them. And I'm going to create multiple frames here. Hit Ctrl R to add maybe 3 or 4 if you like. I guess 3 will be okay. I will add 3. And if you add another frame right here, it's okay. I will add one edge loop right here, maybe something like that. Or let's say before you do all of that, I guess we can make an inset in case we want to create a curve. For example, if you want to create a curve here and divide this area like that, we should create an inset. So I will select these two faces and I will hit I to create a small inset like this, something like that. And you can hit Shift R to repeat the same inset again. And now I got this result, as you can see. All right, I don't want this edge to be right here. I want these edges to go down. All right, like that. In this case, I can go to the right view and use the knife tool, hit K to create a new cut, goes down. Hit A to make the cut right. All right. Let's make one cut right here. Hit right click to add a new cut. And then left click from here to here. Right click. And the same scenario here and here. And then hit space to confirm all of that. And now let's go to the face selection mode. And I want this area to be one face. So select it, hit F. Grab this area, hit F to convert it to one face. And the same thing here. Hit F. All right, I just forget to activate the screencast. Sorry for that. And now let's select these, hit F to convert them to one face. And now let's see the vertices. Here we have the vertices, Control X to dissolve them. Grab those over here, Control X, and those as well. And in case you want to add one frame right here, go ahead and add one right here. For example, right here. And I will add one edge loop here in the middle because I want to divide this area. So first, let's try to connect this vertex with one of these vertices. All right, if you want to connect this with the vertex above it, I guess we need a guide. I will hit B and put the mouse right here. And now I can see that this vertex is the one that we need. So select this with this, hit J to connect them like that. And I want a guide. All right, I just want to divide this in the correct way. And to do that, it's better to have a guide. I will select this edge and I will hit P and then S to separate this edge loop. So I can use it as a guide. Tab out and select this new edge and tap to go to the edit mode. And I will grab these, hit Control X because I don't want them. And I will extend this just a little bit and make it taller. And I will select this vertex to bring the 3D cursor over here because I want the origin dot of this edge to be right here. So I will hit Shift S and choose cursor to select it. And now we have the 3D cursor over here. And that's it for now. I will tab out. And with this edge selected, I will hit right click and set origin to 3D cursor. And now we have the origin dot become here. That's very cool. All right. And now I want to use this as a guide. If you have any issue with the straightness of this edge, you can fix it. For example, I can move this up and down and align it with this vertex, hit G to the Z, and hold Control and snap it with this vertex to get it right line like that. And what I want to do with this is I want to use this as a guide. And I want to put it on the 90 degree. I will hit Shift D to have a copy of this and then hit R and hold Control and snap this on the 90 degree like this. All right, that's very cool. After that, it's up to you to divide this on 3 or 4 or 5. For me, I will divide this 3 times on 3. So 90 degree divided by 3, it's 30 degree, I guess. So in this case, I will go to the snap menu and I will change the rotation increment to 30 degree. And now I will select this edge, hit Shift D to take a copy, and then R to rotate this, hold Control to rotate this 30 degree, and then hit Shift R to copy and rotate the new copy. And now we got this result. And now let's select this the window and let's tab and let's take a look and let's see what we got so far. All right, as you can see, we have a slight difference here. It's up to you to ignore that. Or if you want to get a correct result, you can make a small tweaks like grabbing these vertices, for example, and align them to the active one. For example, I can align these vertices to the active one, just select them like that, and hold Shift to pick this one and pick this again to make this one the active one. And then go to the transform pivot point and let's choose active element. And now if I snap this to the Z, I can align these 2 vertices to the active one, hit 0 enter, and now they are straight. After that, you can select these vertices starting from here and end there to redistribute and fix the distance between them. So select them like that, and then hit right click and use the loop tool and choose space. If you don't have the loop tool, you can go to the edit and then preferences, and go to the extensions and search for loop tool, or you can download it from the extension websites for Blender. And after that, after you install this tool, you can find it when you hit right click in the edit mode. So after selecting these vertices, hit right click and choose space. And that should fix the problem. And now, as you can see, the vertex is too close to the 30. All right. And I'm going to do the same thing for these vertices as well. Right click and space. That's very cool. And maybe those over here as well, we can do the same. All right. That's very cool. All right. Now the result is close. After that, I will select these faces, as you can see, and I will hit F to convert these to one face. And I'm going to do the same thing for these. Hit F. And those over here, hit F. That's very cool. All right. Now, after doing that, I want to create one edge here in the middle, so I can use it as a guide. I can actually use one of these, but I think we can change the angle here to maybe 45 degree. Hit Shift D, take a copy, hit R to rotate this, and now we got it in the middle. And now let's select the window and let's tap to go to the edit mode, and I guess we should have one edge loop right here in the middle. After that, I can pick these faces like that and hit F to convert them to one face, and those over here, hit F. All right, something like this. All right, and now let's go to the vertex selection mode, because as you can see here, we have a lot of vertices, and I guess we can reduce the number of the vertices. So this is the first thing. And not just that, I guess we can delete half of this, hit XF and get rid of it, because we can use mirror to complete it. Not just that, you can tab out and you can delete the guide that we just created. I guess we don't need them anymore. Tab, and now let's take a look. So first thing that we can do right here, maybe redistribute these vertices and give them even distance between each vertex, each two vertices. So select these vertices like that and hit right click and choose space from the loop tool. So now it's up to you if you want to reduce the number. In case you want to do that, you can start with this vertex, hold Shift and add this, hold Shift and leave one and add this, and you can hold and you can hit Shift and plus, Control Shift and plus to repeat that again and again. All right, something like that. And you can hit Control X to dissolve all of these vertices. And now we just reduce the number. All right, maybe we can do the same thing right here. After selecting these vertices, hit right click and choose space to fix the space between them. And I guess we don't need to reduce the number of the vertices right here. Everything looks nice. All right, now I want to bring the origin dot right here in the middle on this vertex maybe. So hit Shift S and bring the 3D cursor over here and tab out. And then in the object mode, hit right click, set origin to 3D cursor. And now we have the origin dot right here. Now we can give this a mirror. And I guess we don't need these edges. We can delete them. So select this, go to the modifier, right, Shift A, and let's add a mirror. All right, I guess on the X it should be added. That's very cool. And now whatever change you will do right here, it will be reflected on the other side. All right, now I will hit A to select all of these faces, and now I will hit I to create a small inset, and I want to hit I again to make an inset individually. So just hit I 2 times, and it's up to you to choose the thickness. All right, maybe something like that, it will be okay. 3.4, or you can, yeah, let's add 3. Looks nice, 3. That's very cool. Well, I'm not so quite sure if we need this edge in the middle or maybe we can ignore it. Actually, it's up to you. But I guess we can do something else, like applying the modifier, the mirror. Just hover over here and hit Control A to apply it. And then you can go back and just delete this edge in the middle. Let's get rid of it. All right, and now I will hit A, select all the faces. You can jump to the face selection mode, and I will hit I 2 times again. And let's add 3 here, centimeter, as a thickness. All right, for me, I like this result. It's better. And then after doing that, just hit P and then S to separate these windows. And now I will select the frame and I will use it and move it to the x-axis and put it here in the middle, as you can see. And I will give this a solidify modifier, Shift A, and let's use solidify, and I will zero out the offset. I will add 0 right here. So when I give this a little bit of thickness, the thickness will go to the both sides. Something like that, I guess. After that, you can bring these glasses and can put them right here. And you can give these thickness as well if you like. So select them and let's give these a solidify. And the thickness will be, I don't know, I will isolate this just to see the result. 1 centimeter, maybe 0.5 centimeter will be better. And the offset, zero out the offset. All right, that's very cool. All right, after that, select the frame, right click, shade auto smooth, and let's go to the modifier and let's add a bevel modifier. And let's change the amount to 0.5 centimeter. And let's increase the segment to 3, maybe. Shading harden normal. Active the harden normal just to get better shading. And let's zoom in. I just want to see the result. All right. I just want to make sure the shading looks fine. Well, sometimes if you got a problem, you can active this ignore sharp, but it's not working properly most of the time. If you use harden normal here in the bevel modifier, it's better to choose shade smooth instead of shade auto smooth, because when you choose shade smooth, it gives you better results, as you can see here. So yeah, I will stick with shade smooth. And we can replicate the same thing on the frame, this one. Right click, shade smooth, and you can copy the same bevel modifier that we added right here. Select the frame that doesn't have the modifier, hold shift and pick the frame with the modifier, and go to the bevel and choose copy to select it. And now we have it here as well. That's very cool. So this is how to create the window and the frame. And it's up to you if you want to go beyond that. If you want to add some details, you can do it. But in 3D, looks fine and cool. And yeah, that's very cool. All right, I think that's it for this video. I will end it here and see you in the next one.